possible nor'easter, second of the year, or at least of this fall season, moving in across the northeast as we do speak. Definitely tomorrow is our biggest impact day. Should be moving out by Friday, but right now it is definitely moving in. It's coming down from the southwest, where we were seeing it earlier across a lot of the southeast, even across the west we were seeing it. So it's moving in from two directions. We actually do have two pieces of moisture coming together, definitely impacting a lot of the northeast with really strong winds, especially those wind gusts, really heavy rains, possible severe weather today in some regions. Not too widespread, but definitely a possibility. But flash flooding is my biggest concern right now, and of course those wind gusts could get pretty bad. Coastal flooding is definitely possible too, so this should be a pretty big nor'easter as we do move throughout tonight into tomorrow, which is our biggest impact day, as I did say. And some snow also across some of the highest elevations in the northeast. I will show you where that is and how much you may get. So let's go ahead and get into today's video. If you do enjoy, consider subscribing and leaving a like down below, and let's go ahead and get into it. So you can see right here, right now we do have a few showers across the interior, through the interior northeast. Wind gusts pretty high across some regions. You can see anywhere from 20 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts, maybe a little bit more across Atlantic City. You can see 35 mile per hour wind gusts. Probably 20 to 40 is where we're definitely seeing it. New York City, 30 mile per hour wind gusts and those heavy rains too. Definitely moving in throughout there, seeing some pretty big impacts. But you can see we do have some pretty heavy rain across eastern New York, also parts of northeastern Pennsylvania. And we do have some pretty heavy rains across southeastern Pennsylvania into New Jersey. Definitely some flash flooding may happen there. You see some heavy rain here. Definitely some flash flooding across these regions. Other than that, you can see across other parts of Pennsylvania, raining, not too intense across some. You can see in Maryland, we actually are seeing some too. But this is definitely moving northeast throughout the day. This has been moving northeast. We saw big impacts across South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia today, West Virginia. We still are across some of those regions. But this is definitely moving northeast, and the worst of the impacts will be moving throughout tonight into tomorrow, of course, as I did say. But right now, my biggest concern for flash flooding for right now is across here. So we're going to have to be watching how much rain we will pick up there. So that's definitely my biggest concern for now. Okay, if we were to move into your watches and stuff like that, you can see we actually, in advisories, we do have some wind advisories moving across parts of the Appalachian Mountains through Pennsylvania, also through West Virginia, into parts of not coastal Virginia, across parts of the Appalachian Mountains in Virginia. And you can see we do actually have some from parts of Maryland moving up into Delaware through New Jersey, eastern Pennsylvania, parts of New York. You can see, we do see it move through a lot of southeastern New York, probably eastern New York, I'm not too sure. But, across these regions, we do have these wind advisories and those browns. That tan color we do have, you can see one up here. We definitely do have that wind advisory where we actually could be seeing some pretty big winds coming through. But the worst of our winds is in this orange where we do have our high wind warnings. So we could be seeing some coastal flooding here too, especially across your main area. I will show you in a minute. Parts of your Thursday could be pretty bad with those wind gusts, and we will have that coastal onflow, so that could be pretty bad when it does come to that too. But we're definitely going to have to be watching and seeing throughout the next, throughout tomorrow. So we're going to have to see where it does set up. But you can see across these greens too, we do have these flash flood watches in place across eastern New York, parts of Vermont, parts of New Hampshire, into Massachusetts, also in the northern Connecticut. We do have these flash flood watches in place where our most likely widespread flash flooding will occur throughout tonight into tomorrow. But as you did see, we do have parts of Pennsylvania and New Jersey that could definitely be flooding soon. We're going to have to see where those heaviest rains are. And you see across here, we actually do have something going on too. So already are starting to see some signs of flooding, but this is your flash flood watch where it's definitely possible as we do get closer throughout tonight into tomorrow, as I did say. Now, we do actually have this, as I was saying, that severe weather potential on the onset of the storm across parts of Rhode Island, parts of Connecticut, into parts of Massachusetts near Nantucket. You can see even Boston. But here, definitely some possible severe storms. Not too many. It's at marginal risk. They're not going to be too widespread, but definitely a few possible severe, isolated severe storms throughout, early this evening into tonight. But once you get into that core of the rain, not expecting too much, you will be rain cooled and you'll just be in that heavy rain, nothing too severe. When it comes, of course, to lightning, tornadoes, hail, wind. But definitely on the onset, we could see a few severe storms across here. Since we really haven't saw much moisture that has rain cooled here today, we do actually have some potential severe storms moving throughout this dark, that dark green. So we're definitely going to watch out for that. but definitely no, huge severe weather. Maybe 2 or 3 possible severe thunderstorm warnings. So we'll just have to see how that does go. Not expecting anything too crazy though. As we do move into the GFS model, so we're gonna go ahead and look at this. You can see this is around right now. You can see we do actually have some pretty heavy rains across a lot of the east, especially the mid-Atlantic regions, across across parts of eastern Virginia, Maryland, western New Jersey, as you did see earlier, eastern Pennsylvania, as we saw earlier. And you can see as we keep moving, this will be your view tonight. Late this evening into tonight, this will be your view. This coastal low will actually develop right off the coast of the northeast, so really close, which is bringing those impacts really close too. And you can see we actually do have some pretty bad rain from across parts of upstate New York, eastern New York, moving into New York City, also into Rhode Island, Connecticut. This is when that flash flooding potential will definitely be starting. Definitely, this will be getting pretty strong. Some severe weather once again throughout here. We're gonna have to see where that does set up, but you can see it's already getting rain cooled by tonight, so nothing too crazy, but definitely some isolated storms possible in this line. Possible severe storms, but nothing too crazy. You can see as we do move later on into tonight, your midnight hours, midnight to 3 a.m. You can see right here we do actually have this big storm, and you can see the rain across a lot of the northeast, across eastern New York into Vermont, New Hampshire, western Connecticut. As we do move into Massachusetts is what I did mean to say earlier, but southwestern coastal Maine, you can see it, and rain actually moving in. Nothing too crazy, but maybe some some lighter rain to close to moderate rain across parts of Maine. But you can see this definitely does move in throughout tomorrow. Maybe getting a little bit maybe spreading out a little bit is what I should say. It's actually going to be getting a little stronger as we do move into later on tomorrow. You see it goes from 990 to 978 to 974. So pretty big pressure drop, and we will see some pretty big winds with this, especially across coastal Maine as we move into tomorrow. And we actually right now are seeing some big ones, and into tonight we'll be seeing some pretty big winds across here. Across a lot of the northeast we'll just be seeing those big winds, and we could definitely be seeing some coastal flooding across here with possible 80-mile-per-hour wind gusts, which I will show you in a second. But you can see some pretty heavy rains across eastern New York, most of New York, but especially eastern New York. You're seeing those really heavy rains. Some heavy rains moving into parts of Maine, but you can see, some really heavy rains in some regions. We'll have to see where it does set up. And also, you can see this little bit of a blob, the blue blob. That is where we could definitely be picking up some snow. I'll show you that in more detail in a minute. Another model that's being a little bit more dramatic with it, but you can see by tomorrow afternoon, the storm is starting to weaken a little bit, so that is a good sign. You can see the rains are getting a little lighter, but still some rains around for the northeast as we move into tomorrow afternoon. As we move into tomorrow evening, you can see still getting weaker, bringing some rain still, and then as we do move into your Thursday night, you can see still some isolated showers around, and as we do move into your morning on Friday, getting less and less widespread and more scattered with those showers. And then by Friday afternoon, still some isolated showers, but then most likely out of here by your Friday evening, just in time for the weekend, where we will see some pretty calm conditions across the northeast. Something across the southeast and the Gulf states we'll have to be watching, something tropical that will be moving up through a lot of the southeast, where we do need that much needed rain, but you will have those cooler conditions in place too, especially after this high pressure is bringing those cooler conditions too. But you can see this does move up, but this is not what we're talking about today. This is actually tomorrow's video, but we're gonna have to be watching that too for the southeast. I will cover that tomorrow, moving up into the northeast later on. But your weekend looks really good for this for the northeast. Other parts of the east, not as much, but definitely the northeast, a pretty nice fall weekend for you. Maybe some snow on the ground for some of you in parts of upstate New York, parts of southern Vermont, parts of southern New Hampshire, and to parts of the Appalachian Mountains of West Virginia. A really nice weekend. Feels like fall. I would love to be up there right now. Okay, as we do move into your rain accumulation, I'm actually going to use something on here. I did not see it earlier. I'd rather use this than the estimates on the models. It's not like I don't trust them, but this is by professionals, the Weather Prediction Center, which I'm about to show you. So I definitely do trust it a little bit. I do definitely trust it more. So you can see across here, 3 to 5 inches across these yellows where we are expecting that heavy rain. So that's where we do have that flash flood watch in place. 3 to 5 inches of rain across here. If you can see those 4 inches, possible 5 inches in that dark orange, definitely possible. In that red, anywhere from 2 probably to 3 inches. And then in those purples, about 1 to maybe 2 inches. And then you can see we just keep going down from there. But if you're in those yellows and those oranges, that's where we're seeing the heaviest of that rain. Those reds, the moderate rain, maybe across coastal Massachusetts as we move into coastal regions of Maine. A lot of Maine will be in the around 1 to 2 inches, but especially central and southern Maine. And you can see across parts of western New York, 2 inches, and then we see it over here too, maybe 1 to 2 inches across very western parts. So that's what we're looking at. You can see maybe some isolated more totals moving across here. You can see northern New Jersey another 4 inches, but you can see right here there's 2 to 3 inches where we're seeing that heaviest rain we were just looking at on the radar. So maybe 2 to 3 inches coming in, causing some flash flooding concerns. We'll definitely have to be watching. But our biggest footprint of rain will be in this yellows and those oranges, maybe 3 to 5 inches, maybe some isolated spots of more where we do get those, where we do get that really to set up a lot of that, where we do get a lot of that rain to definitely set up and bring quite a bit. So if we were to keep going on, I actually do want to show y'all the snow. So I don't know if this is really going to show it. They're not really, they're not looking at it as much, the Weather Prediction Center. But I'm going to show what some models are thinking. We're actually going to have to see, though, because we really, this is really up in the air. We're going to have to see if we have enough cold air to bring snow, but we're going to have to see. I'm going to show you in a second. As I'm going to use, I was going to use the European model, but it's acting up right now. So let's see if it does work. So you can see we're going to go to the rain and thunder. And we already looked at rain accumulation. You can see looking the same as the other. It's looking pretty on point with the other. But that was a pretty good forecast. And you can see as we do move into your snow forecast, we're going to get the next 60 hours. You can see we actually do have a chance of snow across some of these regions as we get into the next 3 days if the European model will work. I just made a video and I didn't even press click, so I didn't even press start, so I'm actually having to go back and make it. It was working earlier, so let's try to get it to work again. Let's hope it does. It was showing, it was working pretty well. So if we were to look at your new snow, once again, just clicked off of it. But let's look at your new snow once I do get on here. Some isolated spots, once again, in parts of eastern New York, into parts of the Appalachian Mountains, especially across West Virginia. So, if we were to look at your new snow right here, finally it's working. You can see across parts of New York, across Margaretville, right southeast of that, maybe 1 to 2 inches of dusting on the outer parts of that. Across North Elba, right, around North Elba, maybe 7 inches of snow. Right south of it, in these regions, maybe 10 inches of snow. Harrietstown about 2 inches. Across Long Lake, maybe 7 inches. Indian Lake, 7 inches. Lake Pleasant, about 4 inches. You can see right here, 9.4, maybe even 10 inches, but mainly around 9 inches right there. You can see it. You can see as we do move into Tupper Lake, around 4 inches. You can see Arietta, maybe 1 inch, and then Gloversville, probably around, that dusting. As we do keep moving north, you can see into Ellenburg, probably picking up about 1 inch. Santa Clara, probably somewhere around dusting. You can see across parts of Vermont. You can see across central Vermont right here. You know where you are if I am covering you. Parts of Bristol, Vermont, maybe dusting. You can see as we do move, and let's go ahead and get this off the screen. But you can see right here, you can see Warren about 1 inch, Granville about 1 inch, Roxbury about dusting. You can see Rochester maybe dusting to 1 inch, Pittsfield about a dusting, Killingston about a dusting, Plymouth a dusting, Mount Holly dusting, Danby dusting, Weston maybe picking up 1 inch, probably a dusting to 1 inch. You can see Londonderry about dusting to 1 inch, Manchester Center dusting to 1 inch, so you can see that's the big trend. Stratton about 3 inches, and across here as we do actually get in these higher elevations where we do have that more cold air in place, possible 2 to 3 inches across here in those lightest blues. And you can see Wilmington, Vermont, maybe around 1 inch. Whitney, Whittingham about a dusting. Bennington almost a dusting. You see across here a dusting south of here, and the Stamford possible. So a lot of these regions aren't seeing crazy snow, but they definitely are seeing some snow, which is a taste of winter, but we're going to have to see how much we do pick up. Now you can see as we do move across parts of eastern West Virginia, you can see right here, this has it picking up a dusting. So we're going to have to see if it's just going to be a dusting or more. If we were to look at the NAM model, you can see European model has it picking up a dusting, but the NAM model has maybe 5 to 10 inches in some regions. You can see 9 inches right there. Harmon, 4 inches. Mill Creek, 1.3 inches. Snowshoe, 2 inches. That's very normal, so would not be surprised if that did happen. You can see 6 inches across there. Rennell, about a dusting. So we're going to have to be watching. You can see moving up into parts of western Maryland. You can see right here, Hoy is about 1 inch. Oakland, about 2 inches. Somerset, about 1 inch. Over here into these regions, you can see about 6 inches. So it's a big debate of where we're going to be seeing it. You can see here it is bringing significant amounts to eastern West Virginia, which is actually really possible because usually across here we do get a lot of snow around this time of year. Definitely starting to move in. But you can see anywhere one model has a dusting and one model has quite a bit of snow, around 5 to 10 inches for some regions. I generally go around Snowshoe, probably 2 inches. But, you know, in these regions, we usually do see snow this time of year. So if you're anywhere in here, I say you could get some snow. I don't know if a dusting is what you're going to get, as you did see on the European model. But we're definitely going to have to watch and see. But you will be getting some snow. You can see right here in those light blues. Maybe some snow. Definitely, a dusting is definitely very likely there, but the possibility of it getting higher is there, so we're going to have to see. You'll just have to see what happens, how much cold air will we have in place, how much moisture will be left. So we're going to have to watch out, but definitely some snow across parts of maybe Snowshoe, but we're going to have to watch if it does move more north into parts of Pennsylvania, parts of Maryland. You know, this will be right across these regions, but we're gonna have to be watching what does happen. You just saw it on the NAM model bringing quite a bit, and then you have the European model bringing a dusting. So we're just going to see. So just watch out. If you know, in your local forecast, just listen to them if you're there. They know, I'm not local to your area, so I don't know, I can't give you a very local forecast. But definitely possible a dusting, maybe possible across eastern West Virginia, or maybe even more. So we're going to have to see what does happen there. Excuse me. So if we were to look at your wind gusts, so we're going to go ahead and move back up into the northeast. We just looked at your snow totals. Now we're going to look at your wind gusts. You can see right now a possible 50-mile-per-hour wind gust across coastal New Jersey, New York, around 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts. This is what we were just looking at earlier in the video. It looks very on point with it. You can see it's pretty widespread, 30-mile-per-hour wind gust across a lot of the northeast into upstate New York, some 40 to 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts. Just because of elevation, you do have some of these winds from the system coming in on top of that too. But you can see, as we do move into tonight around your 10 p.m. hour, you can see 41-mile-per-hour wind gusts across New York City. Remember, these are wind gusts. Newburgh around 39 mile-per-hour wind gusts. You can see right offshore some pretty big winds. Not expecting those to move on shore across coastal Massachusetts, coastal Rhode Island. Not expecting it there, but in other regions possible across Maine. But you can see still some pretty big ones around 60, probably 50s to 60s, maybe topping up at 70. We'll have to see. So you can see 76 we just saw right there. I don't know where it was, but we did just see it. You can see across coastal Massachusetts, probably 50 to 60, but you can see New Shoreman around 68 mile-per-hour wind gusts. Very, very far eastern Rhode Island, maybe picking up near 70 mile-per-hour wind gusts. We're going to have to see, but generally 60 to 70 right along the coastline right there. And you can see we do have this onshore flow, so definitely some possible coastal flooding happening throughout these regions. We're going to have to see if we do hit your high tide here. But you can see this will be tonight when everyone's falling asleep. Probably not going to be too many people sleeping because of this. You can see 5 a.m. tomorrow, we're moving north. You can see some pretty big wind gusts, pretty strong, moving into parts of coastal Massachusetts. You can see right here near Yarmouth. Sorry it's going so much back and forth. You can see Barnstable, 90 mile-per-hour wind gusts. Brewster, 85 mile-per-hour. Harwich, 87. Nantucket, we do have some pretty big ones moving into, probably 70 to 90 mile-per-hour wind gusts. You can see knocking out a lot of power. We do have the rain on top of that too, which is a big concern. You can see Portland or Maine, 75 mile-per-hour wind gusts. Lewiston, 58 mile-per-hour. Moving inland towards Lebanon, New Hampshire, around 60 mile-per-hour wind gusts. 39 mile-per-hour wind gusts. far inland across Burlington, Vermont. You can see Queensbury, Albany around 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts across New York. So this is going very inland, but especially around these coastal areas, we're definitely seeing it. You can see that coastal flow across some of these regions, could be seeing it, and then curving around these regions, we are seeing some too. So it's just where you see those lines coming in is where we could definitely be seeing the coastal flooding. And if we were to move later on into tomorrow, around your 10 a.m. hour, you can see this keeps moving north. And if we were actually to go see what I was looking at earlier, it was pretty intense across some of Maine. You can see not as intense as I was seeing, but I know it is there, so I'm going to be looking for it. So you can see, here it is. So this is when we could be seeing some pretty big winds coming through to parts of coastal Maine, especially central coastal Maine. You can see 90-mile-per-hour wind gusts moving in the Deer Isle possible. As we did just see a minute ago, I forgot the town's name. Vinyl Haven possible. Jonesport about 72-mile-per-hour wind gusts. But you can see right here we do have this coastal on, the onflow. I don't know what I'm saying, but like where we do see those winds coming in from the ocean to land, the onshore flow, there it is. But if you have those 90-mile-per-hour wind gusts plus, and if you're at that high tide especially, and also when you have those winds coming inland from the ocean, that's when we get some coastal flooding to come in. So some pretty big possible coastal flooding across here, maybe Thursday morning. And you can see it does get weaker as we move into Thursday afternoon with those winds still sticking around though. But you can see winds do definitely get weaker, and then it should be moving out of here by your Friday, and then it does get calmer. Wind gusts still around by, all day Friday, but definitely by your Saturday, wind gusts are moving out. Temperatures are getting nicer, probably anywhere 60s pretty wide, 50s pretty widespread across parts of the Northeast, 40s in some regions where we did see some of that snow. And as we move across the Mid-Atlantic, probably 50s and 60s, and then North Carolina pretty widespread 60s. I just explained in my last video. I did show that it just popped up, but 60s across a lot of North Carolina as we were looking at earlier, but definitely something we are looking at. Probably 60s across a lot of these regions, across the Carolinas. 60s most likely moving up through here. Through here, we're seeing some cooler temperatures where we do have some possible snowpack. Same across where we did see that snow up in, into parts of eastern New York. And then 50s across a lot of these regions. Some 40s across some regions in the Northeast. 50s down here, possible 40s in some regions. So, it's very complicated, but anywhere from 40s to 60s remain, kind of on your elevations, the more south and north you go. But across the Northeast, expect those really nice 50s, and then some 40s across some regions, and into North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, parts of West Virginia, into Maryland, Washington, D.C., 60s, and then 50s, kind of in the middle in Pennsylvania, maybe New York City, and New Jersey, and northern West Virginia. So that is what we're looking at. Big cool down coming after this. We'll just have to get through the rain and the wind for a lot of the Northeast, maybe even some snow as we were talking about earlier. Not as big of a threat, but we're going to have to be watching how much, if we do get any to fall. But there it is again. Biggest impacts tonight into tomorrow. Then it should be weakening throughout your Friday and moving out definitely by your Friday afternoon to Saturday. So I do hope y'all enjoyed today's video. If you did, once again, consider subscribing and leaving a like down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a great